Hello and welcome to the A-List. I'm Jordan Manis, and with me today is Thomas Santoro, founder of the Dear Elisa Foundation. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
I want to ask, how did you start the Dear Elisa Foundation?
Well, unfortunately, my 18-year-old daughter was murdered by an ex-boyfriend in 1994, and we wanted to do something to keep her memory going, so we started a scholarship in her name. And since then, I also started speaking to high schools and colleges about Lisa and about dating violence.
And can you tell us more about the scholarship you offer?
The scholarship is at Nazareth Academy, where Lisa was a cheerleader in POM. She went there for 4 years. And we give away a scholarship to a cheerleader at POM going to a 4-year college or university. And it's like up to $5,000 for the girl that wins the scholarship.
And how do you determine who wins the scholarships?
Each girl that applies for the scholarship has to fill out an application, write an essay of why they want the scholarship, and then all the committee members look at the applications and then we decide.
What made you decide to do the scholarship first before doing the foundation?
Well, I think it was just a way to honor Lisa and to keep her name out there for all the students at Nazareth.
And you've spoken about Lisa and at many different schools, doing public speaking at schools and classes. What made you start public speaking?
Well, I never wanted to. I never even thought about it. Well, I was with the fire department for 24 years, and I was approached from the Circuit Court of Cook County to work with their teen dating violence program and tell the story about Lisa. And I did it for 2 years. And then I left there and I just started my own program, Dear Elisa, a dating violence prevention program. And with that, it just expanded. I locally started schools around in the area, and then through mostly word of mouth and phone calls, I started to travel throughout the whole United States at colleges and high schools.
What schools and colleges have you spoken to like recently, or if you can name a few you've spoken at?
Well, I've been to Notre Dame, I've been to Northwestern, I've been to Champaign, Northern Illinois, University of Wisconsin, just many, many colleges, around here. And I've been out of state also, New Hampshire and Connecticut and a few other ones.
And you've spoken here before, you're telling me off camera before. When did you do that?
I was here last year. I was here for about 3-4 years in a row.
Oh.
They brought me in for some program that they normally have.
Oh. And what did you do before you started the foundation, the scholarship? I know you mentioned you were
I was a fireman. I was a fireman in the town of Cicero, and I retired as a deputy fire chief when I did retire.
And you have, every year you have a luncheon. I forget which days you usually have it, but you offer like a raffle, you name who gets the scholarship.
Well, we normally name the recipient before the luncheon, but the luncheon is always the last Sunday in July. Lisa was killed on July 29th, so we always pick the closest Sunday to that event. And the luncheon is pretty simple. It's just friends and family. It's open to the public, and we sell raffle tickets and give away some nice prizes. The girls that have won the scholarship, most of them usually attend, and we introduce them, show a little video of Lisa during the luncheon. It's just a nice get-together to be with the family and friends for that day.
And what kind of things do you raffle at the luncheon?
We have usually Cub tickets, Sox tickets, overnighters at restaurants, at hotels, restaurant gift certificates. This year we have a diamond suite for a Sox game. For 22 people and parking. So, we've had hockey sticks and pucks autographed, jerseys autographed from Hawk players. So we got quite a bit.
And you mentioned you do a video every year. Who do you have do this video?
Well, the video was done years ago from one of Lisa's friends. Steve made it for us. We gave him a bunch of pictures of Lisa and the family, and he put it together and put a little nice background music to it. And I actually show this video at schools in the middle of the presentation. At Lisa's graduation from Nazareth, she was one of the speakers, and her prayer was to end violence in our world today. And we show that. And then I also show a little clip of her headstone at the cemetery. to make it look more real, of course.
Yeah, I attended the last year's luncheon. It was very moving. I liked seeing everything, and I loved the raffle.
Yeah, it's a nice event, and it's been growing each year. Last year we had about 260 people, and it just seems more people want to attend, which is nice.
Yeah, it was. I loved going. A while ago, I actually went to Lisa's headstone with my dad and his wife, and it was a very sad moment. It was good to see her.
Yeah, well, a lot of her friends still visit her at the cemetery, and they leave flowers for her, and I mean, she made a big impact on a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to thank you. That's all the time we have. And thank you very much for being my guest. And I'm Jordan Manis. Thanks for watching the A-List.